Force your focus, and the universe will align with your actions. Your destiny is in your hands. Your destiny is shaped by the choices you make and the focus you maintain. Success is not a matter of chance. It's the result of focused effort over time. If you want to take control of your future, it all starts with your focus. Without focus, you'll get distracted, and your goals will remain out of reach. But when you learn to master your focus, everything changes. In this video, we're going to explore simple, actionable steps to help you force your focus, eliminate distractions, and take charge of your destiny. If you're ready to stop drifting and start making real progress, keep watching. It's time to turn your dreams into actions. Number 1, take control of your focus and eliminate distractions daily. This isn't a suggestion, it's a commitment you need to make to yourself if you want to achieve anything significant in life. It's easy to talk about success, but success is built by doing the things that most people aren't willing to do. And one of the most important things you can do is master your focus. Without focus, all your energy is scattered, and you'll make little to no progress toward your goals. You have to recognize that your time and energy are limited. Every day you're given the same 24 hours as everyone else. But the difference between success and failure is how you choose to spend those hours. Time is your most valuable asset. You can't get it back once it's gone. And if you let distractions steal your time, you're not just wasting hours, you're wasting your future. Every moment you spend distracted, you're losing the chance to move closer to the life you want. Think about your own day. How much time do you spend focusing on things that don't matter? How much of your time is consumed by scrolling through social media, checking your emails, or getting sidetracked by conversations and tasks that are unrelated to your goals? These distractions are the silent killers of your potential. They drain your energy and steal your focus. But the truth is, distractions aren't the problem. The problem is your choice to allow them to take control of your time. Focus is a choice. It's a conscious decision you make every day. When you wake up, you choose what you're going to give your attention to. Most people are reactive. They let whatever comes their way control their focus. They check their phone the moment they wake up. They react to whatever notifications pop up. They let the noise around them dictate their day. This is not the way successful people operate. Successful people choose their focus. They decide where their attention will go and make sure that their daily actions align with their goals. You need to develop the habit of controlling your focus, not just in the big moments, but in the little moments. It's easy to be focused when you're working on something you love, but what about when things are hard? What about when distractions are all around you? The key is to be consistent. You need to train your mind to stay focused, even when distractions are tempting you. The moment you start allowing distractions to take control, you're letting your mind get weaker. You're allowing other things to pull you away from your purpose, and that is how you lose. Start by making a commitment to eliminate distractions before they even happen. This means being proactive about your environment. If your phone is a distraction, turn off your notifications or put your phone on Do Not Disturb mode during your work hours. If you're working from home, create a designated workspace where you won't be interrupted. Clear the clutter from your environment, because a cluttered space can lead to a cluttered mind. When you control your environment, you make it easier to stay focused and avoid the distractions that are all around you. You also need to recognize that distractions aren't always external. Sometimes, the biggest distractions are the thoughts in your own head. Doubts, worries, and fears are constant distractions. These mental distractions can stop you from even starting, let alone completing the tasks that will move you toward your goals. When you start feeling distracted by these thoughts, take a moment to refocus. Remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. Reconnect with your goals. If your mind starts wandering, gently bring it back to the task at hand. Another powerful strategy for eliminating distractions is to use time blocks. Time blocking is one of the most effective ways to control your focus. It's simple. Set aside a specific amount of time to work on a task, and during that time, focus solely on that task. No checking your email, no looking at your phone, no getting sidetracked by other thoughts or projects. You give your full attention to the task for the entire block of time. When you finish, take a short break. and then start the next block of time for the next task. When you make time blocks a daily habit, you create a sense of urgency. Knowing that you only have a limited amount of time to work on something makes you more focused and productive. You'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish when you give yourself permission to focus fully for short, intense periods of time. But managing external distractions is only part of the equation. You also have to manage your internal distractions, the ones that come from within you. Your mind is always looking for the next thing to focus on. It's natural, but the power comes from making the conscious decision to stick with what you're doing and finish it. When you find yourself tempted to switch tasks or start something new, remind yourself that switching tasks is a waste of time. The best results come when you focus on one thing at a time. It's about quality, not quantity. Now here's the crucial point. Even if you successfully manage your environment and eliminate external distractions, focus is still a challenge. Why? Because your mind will naturally try to wander. Your mind is like a muscle, and just like any muscle, it needs to be trained and strengthened. The more you practice focusing, the better you'll get at it. It's a skill, not a trait. Just like you work out your body to get stronger, you must also work out your focus. You do this by practicing mindfulness, being fully present in whatever task you're doing, no matter how small it seems. Focus is a skill that grows over time. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. The more you train your mind to stay on one task, the better you'll get at ignoring distractions. When you get good at focusing, you'll start to notice that you're getting more done in less time. You'll stop wasting time on tasks that don't move you forward. You'll become more efficient, more productive, and more focused on the results you want to achieve. In addition, mastering your focus requires you to be clear about your priorities. If you don't know what's most important, you'll waste time on things that don't matter. You need to know what your top priorities are, and make sure that every action you take aligns with those priorities. Focus on what matters. Focus on the things that will bring you closer to your goals. Focus on the actions that will create the results you want to see in your life. Finally, you need to recognize that your focus is a choice. Every day you are faced with countless opportunities to get distracted. You will never be able to eliminate all distractions completely. The world is full of them, but you have the power to choose your response. You can choose to give in to distractions, or you can choose to stay focused. You can choose to let the noise around you pull you away, or you can choose to control your focus and move forward, one step at a time, toward your goals. Take control of your focus. Eliminate distractions daily. Commit to your goals. Control your environment. Create time blocks. Train your mind to focus on one thing at a time. This is how you will master your destiny. This is how you will achieve success. Focus is everything. When you learn to control your focus, you will be unstoppable. Number 2. Commit to mastering your focus and achieve greatness. Now, this is the shift in mindset you need to take your life to the next level. Without focus, you're simply moving through life, reacting to circumstances, and letting opportunities slip through your fingers. Focus is the cornerstone of success. If you want to achieve something meaningful, it all starts with your ability to focus and stay disciplined on what truly matters. Mastering your focus is not a skill that's automatically granted. It's something you must work for, develop, and refine over time. But once you commit to this journey of mastery, everything changes. You start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to make progress where others remain stuck. Achieving greatness isn't a matter of waiting for the right time or circumstances. It's about committing to your focus right now, without hesitation. Every day we're bombarded with distractions. Some of them are external, social media, phone calls, people interrupting us. And some of them are internal, our own thoughts, fears, doubts, and the constant pull of comfort. The truth is, distractions are easy to come by, but focus requires a conscious decision. It requires a commitment to shut out the noise and stay true to the path you've set. You have to want it badly enough to prioritize your focus over everything else. Commitment is what separates those who reach their potential from those who don't. A person who is committed to mastering their focus will set aside time every day to train their mind, to sharpen their ability to concentrate on their goals. It's not enough to simply say, "I want to succeed." You must commit to the actions that will lead you to success. And those actions begin with your focus. Without this commitment, your dreams will remain distant. When you commit to mastering your focus, you also commit to eliminating all the things that prevent you from focusing. This means being honest with yourself about where you're spending your time. If you find yourself spending hours scrolling through your phone, watching TV, or engaging in activities that are not helping you grow, then it's time to make a change. Time is the one resource you can never get back. Every minute you waste is a minute you'll never regain. And every minute you spend not focusing on your goals is a minute further from achieving your greatness. Mastering your focus also requires you to define what truly matters in your life. You must identify your priorities, your non-negotiables, and structure your day around them. If you haven't already identified your goals, now is the time. What is it that you truly want to achieve? Is it financial freedom? Is it a healthy, fit body? Is it personal growth? Whatever it is, it's crucial that you get clear on it. The clearer you are on your goals, the easier it becomes to focus on them and eliminate distractions. The more you focus on your goals, the more momentum you'll build. Momentum is a powerful thing. It's the force that propels you forward when you're tempted to quit. Momentum is what turns small, consistent actions into massive results. But you can only build momentum when you remain focused. Without focus, your actions are scattered, and momentum is impossible to build. But when you commit to focusing on your goals, day in and day out, momentum becomes your ally. Once you make the decision to master your focus, you must also commit to consistency. It's not enough to focus for one day and then lose that focus the next. The greatest achievers in the world don't just focus on their goals when they feel like it. They focus on them every single day, no matter how they feel. Consistency is what turns ordinary actions into extraordinary results. It's about making small, purposeful decisions every day to stay focused on what truly matters. Commitment to mastering your focus also means having the discipline to say no. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you're saying no to your future. Saying no is one of the hardest things to do, but it's essential if you want to achieve greatness. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's necessary for your growth. You have to guard your time like the precious resource it is. And that means being intentional about what you agree to do and where you choose to put your energy. Greatness is not an accident. It's a result of making focused, deliberate choices every single day. You cannot afford to waste your time and energy on things that don't move you forward. Every time you choose to focus on your goals, you're taking a step closer to greatness. Every time you eliminate a distraction and double down on what matters, you're getting closer to the person you're meant to be. The good news is that mastering your focus is not something that happens overnight. It's a gradual process. But it's a process that pays off exponentially. When you make a commitment to focus on your goals, you're investing in yourself. You're building a skill that will serve you for the rest of your life. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent, even when things are tough. It's about taking one step at a time, day after day, knowing that each step brings you closer to greatness. If you want to achieve greatness, you must understand the power of focus. The greatest achievers in history didn't get there by being distracted or by letting the noise around them control their actions. They got there by mastering their focus. Day in and day out, they made a commitment to stay true to their goals. No matter what, you have that same power within you. You have the ability to commit to mastering your focus. You have the ability to shut out distractions and stay on course. But it's a choice you have to make. It's a decision to step up and take control of your life. No more excuses. No more waiting for the perfect moment. The time is now. The future is built on the focus and decisions you make today. When you commit to mastering your focus, you open up the possibility of achieving anything you desire. Your goals become more attainable. Your dreams become closer. But it all starts with the decision to take control of your focus and eliminate distractions. Without that commitment, nothing else matters. Focus is the key that unlocks everything else. So commit to mastering your focus today and watch your life transform. The greatness you've been waiting for is already inside you, and it's time to let your focus bring it to life. Number 3. Push through discomfort and focus on your true goals. This is where the difference is made between those who reach their dreams and those who fall short. Life isn't always easy, and the road to success is often paved with moments of pain, doubt, and uncertainty. But it's in those moments of discomfort that real growth happens. You will face challenges, feel overwhelmed, and experience discomfort. But it's how you respond to that discomfort that will determine your success. Discomfort is a sign that you're pushing yourself. It's easy to be comfortable. It's easy to sit back and do the things that feel good in the moment, to avoid the tough decisions, and to ignore the things that require effort. But growth does not come from comfort. Growth comes from doing the hard things, the things that make you feel uncomfortable. If you want to achieve greatness, you must be willing to face discomfort head on and push through it. The key is to keep your eyes on your true goals. Discomfort can cloud your vision, making it harder to see the bigger picture. It's easy to get distracted by how hard things are right now or how uncomfortable you feel. But if you allow that discomfort to take over, you'll lose sight of the purpose behind the struggle. Your goals are bigger than the discomfort you're feeling in the moment. Remember why you started. Remember why you're putting in the work. Your true goals are worth pushing through discomfort. There's a natural tendency to avoid pain and discomfort. Our brains are wired to seek comfort and avoid discomfort. But the truth is, discomfort is part of the process. It's a necessary step towards success. You can't achieve anything truly meaningful without encountering discomfort along the way. Whether it's physical discomfort, mental challenges, or emotional strain, it's all part of the journey. You can't expect to reach the highest level of success without enduring some pain. The question is, how will you respond when it comes? Most people give up when things get tough. They stop when they hit a roadblock, when things aren't going as planned, or when discomfort becomes too much to bear. But those who succeed are the ones who choose to push through. They don't quit when the going gets tough. They dig deeper. They stay focused on their goals. They remind themselves that the discomfort they're feeling is temporary, but the rewards of pushing through it are lasting. One of the most important lessons you can learn is that discomfort does not last forever. It may feel intense in the moment, but just like a storm, it will eventually pass. On the other side of that discomfort is progress, growth, and ultimately, success. But only if you choose to keep moving forward. The longer you sit in your discomfort, the longer it will last. The moment you choose to push through, you begin to move toward the next level of success. Focus is key during times of discomfort. When things get hard, it's easy to lose focus and start doubting yourself. You start questioning whether it's worth it, whether you're capable, or whether you're even on the right path. But in those moments, you need to center yourself and focus on your goals. When discomfort strikes, return to your purpose. Remind yourself that this challenge is part of the process. Every successful person has had to push through their own version of discomfort. It's not a sign that you're not on the right path. It's a sign that you're moving forward. When discomfort arises, it's important to recognize that it's not a reason to stop. It's an opportunity to prove to yourself that you're capable of achieving more than you ever thought possible. It's in those moments that your true character is built. Will you back down, or will you rise up and push through? The choice is always yours. But know that when you choose to push through discomfort, you build resilience, strength, and the mindset of a winner. One of the most powerful ways to push through discomfort is to break down your goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. When you're facing something difficult, it can feel overwhelming. It's easy to look at the big picture and feel like it's too much to handle. But when you break it down, it becomes more manageable. Focus on what you can do right now. Focus on taking one step forward, no matter how small it may seem. Every small step you take brings you closer to your goals, even when you're in the middle of discomfort. Additionally, when you experience discomfort, you need to have a clear sense of your why. Your purpose is what will carry you through tough times. When you remember why you started, when you remember the reason you're pushing yourself, it makes it easier to keep going. Whether it's your family, your financial freedom, your personal growth, or your desire to make an impact, your why is your anchor. It's what will keep you grounded when things feel chaotic and uncertain. If you lose sight of your why, discomfort can take over and derail your progress. But if you hold on to your why with everything you have, you'll find the strength to push through, no matter how tough it gets. Another way to push through discomfort is to practice mental toughness. Mental toughness is the ability to keep going when things get hard, to remain focused and determined even in the face of adversity. Mental toughness is not something you're born with, it's something you develop. And one of the best ways to build mental toughness is through practice. You do it by facing challenges head on and refusing to back down. You do it by proving to yourself that you can endure discomfort and still keep moving forward. The more you practice mental toughness, the easier it becomes to push through any challenge that comes your way. You must also realize that discomfort is not a signal to quit, it's a signal to grow. If you never face discomfort, you'll never grow. Growth happens in the face of adversity. It happens when you push yourself beyond your limits, when you break through your comfort zone, and when you keep going, even when things are tough. Don't be afraid of discomfort, embrace it, lean into it. It's a sign that you're moving in the right direction. Lastly, remember that the rewards of pushing through discomfort far outweigh the pain. Every time you push through, you build momentum. Every time you push through, you're closer to your goals. You may not see immediate results, but every step you take brings you closer to your true potential. When you look back, you'll realize that the discomfort you faced was just a small part of the bigger picture. A picture that now includes all the success and fulfillment you've worked so hard for. Push through discomfort, stay focused on your goals, and keep moving forward. This is how you achieve greatness. This is how you become the person you were meant to be. It's not about avoiding discomfort. It's about facing it head on, knowing that it's temporary, and using it as fuel to propel you toward your dreams. The choice is yours. Will you push through, or will you let discomfort hold you back? The time to act is now. Number 4. Refuse to let distractions steer you away from success. Every day, distractions are pulling at your attention. They come in many forms: the notifications on your phone, the people around you, the noise of the world constantly telling you what you should be doing. These distractions are relentless, but the key to staying on track is to actively refuse to let them derail you from the path you've set for yourself. Success is not a random event. It's a result of sustained focus, discipline, and the refusal to give in to distractions. We live in a world designed to pull us in 100 different directions. There's always something new to watch, something to read, something to scroll through. But these things don't contribute to your success. They don't move you closer to your goals. If you're not careful, they can consume your time and energy, leaving you feeling unproductive and frustrated. You can't afford to let distractions take over. You have to take control and decide what truly matters. You must be able to shut out the noise and stay focused on what's important. Distractions are a choice. It's easy to blame external factors, our phones, the internet, other people. But the truth is, we choose what we give our attention to. We choose where we focus our time. Every time you allow yourself to be distracted, you're making a choice to step away from your success. It may seem harmless in the moment, but over time, these small distractions add up. If you're constantly checking your phone or watching videos that don't serve your growth, you're wasting precious time that could be spent working toward your goals. To succeed, you must make the conscious decision to refuse distractions. It's not enough to just hope they go away, or to tell yourself that you'll work harder tomorrow. You must act now. You must take control over what gets your attention and what doesn't. This means setting boundaries, being intentional about how you spend your time, and committing to your goals. You must decide in every moment to stay focused on what matters most and to ignore the things that pull you away. Setting clear boundaries is one of the most powerful tools for eliminating distractions. You can't expect to be successful if you allow others to constantly interrupt your work or pull you away from your tasks. You have to set limits on how much time you spend on non-essential activities. This might mean turning off notifications, scheduling dedicated work hours, or setting aside time to focus without distractions. The more intentional you are about your boundaries, the easier it will be to stay focused on your goals. Another way to refuse distractions is to simplify your environment. If your physical space is cluttered with distractions, your mind will be cluttered too. Clean up your workspace, remove unnecessary items, and create an environment that supports your focus. A clean, organized space makes it easier to concentrate and helps you stay on task. Your surroundings should reflect your commitment to your goals. Every time you sit down to work, make sure your environment is set up for success. This small step can have a huge impact on your ability to stay focused and productive. Technology is one of the biggest sources of distractions today. We are constantly connected to the internet, social media, and endless streams of content. It's important to recognize when technology is helping you and when it's hindering you. Social media, for example, can be a great way to connect with others and learn new things, but it can also be a time sink. Set boundaries around your technology use. Schedule time for social media, but make sure it doesn't interfere with your work. Use apps that block distracting websites or set timers to keep you accountable. Technology should serve your goals, not steal your time. One of the most powerful ways to refuse distractions is to develop the ability to say no. Saying no is a form of self-respect. It's a way of telling yourself that your time is valuable and that you will not let anything take you away from your goals. Saying no can be uncomfortable at first, but it's essential for success. Every time you say yes to something that isn't aligned with your goals, you're saying no to your future. Saying no to distractions means you're saying yes to your dreams, your ambitions, and your success. One of the greatest challenges of staying focused is overcoming the temptation to take shortcuts. Distractions often offer the promise of instant gratification. You might feel the urge to check your phone for updates, to take a break, or to procrastinate. But these small distractions rob you of the energy and time you need to make meaningful progress. Success is built on consistent, focused effort. When you give in to distractions, you're undermining your own progress. Focus on the long-term rewards of your hard work. Every moment you choose to stay focused is an investment in your future. It's important to remember that distractions aren't always obvious. Sometimes they come disguised as busy work or things that feel productive, but don't actually move you closer to your goals. You might spend hours answering emails, attending meetings, or making phone calls. But if these activities aren't aligned with your true priorities, they're just distractions. Be intentional about how you spend your time. Ask yourself, is this task moving me closer to my goal, or is it just filling up my day? If it's the latter, it's a distraction you need to eliminate. Accountability is also a powerful tool for avoiding distractions. When you have someone holding you accountable, whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a colleague, you're more likely to stay focused and committed to your goals. Share your goals with someone you trust, and ask them to check in with you regularly. Knowing that someone else is keeping track of your progress can keep you motivated and prevent distractions from taking over. Another key to staying focused is managing your energy. Distractions often arise when you're tired or drained. If you're not taking care of your body and mind, it's easy to get distracted. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, eating well, and exercising regularly. When you feel good physically, it's easier to stay focused mentally. A well-rested, energized mind is more capable of blocking out distractions and staying on track. Prioritize self-care as an essential part of your success plan. Finally, remember that distractions are not permanent. They may seem overwhelming at times, but they can be controlled. When you recognize a distraction for what it is, a temporary interruption to your focus, you take away its power over you. Distractions are part of life, but they don't have to control your life. The more you practice the ability to refuse distractions, the stronger your focus will become. And the stronger your focus, the closer you will get to your goals. Refusing to let distractions steer you away from success is a decision you make every day. It's a commitment to prioritize your goals and protect your time. By setting boundaries, simplifying your environment, managing technology, saying no to unimportant tasks, and staying accountable, you can eliminate distractions and stay on the path to success. Distractions may always be there, but your ability to block them out and stay focused is what will make all the difference. Your success is in your hands. Don't let distractions steal it from you. Number 5. Create daily habits that sharpen your focus and vision. This is not just about having goals, but about creating a lifestyle that supports those goals day in and day out. The truth is, success is built on consistent action, and the habits you form each day will either move you closer to your dreams or push you further away from them. When you prioritize the right habits, you begin to develop the mindset and discipline needed to stay focused and maintain a clear vision for your future. The first step is to understand that habits are powerful. They shape your life more than you realize. Small actions, done repeatedly, add up to massive results over time. Think about the habits you already have. Some of them may be working for you, but others might be holding you back. The goal is to be intentional about the habits you cultivate, especially those that sharpen your focus and vision. If you want to achieve anything significant, you must start each day with habits that move you toward your purpose. Start your day by prioritizing the things that matter most. This means you should wake up with a plan in mind. Successful people don't just let the day unfold. They approach each day with intention. The first hour of your day sets the tone for the rest of it. If you spend it rushing, distracted, or reacting to things outside your control, you'll find it harder to stay focused and clear on your vision. Instead, make the first part of your day your most powerful. Take time to reflect, plan, and set your intentions. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply reviewing your goals, this morning ritual sets the stage for a productive and focused day. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, and just like any tool, it requires maintenance. Creating daily habits that strengthen your mind is essential to sharpening your focus and vision. Consider starting your day with positive affirmations or visualization exercises. This helps align your thoughts with your goals. When you visualize success, you are more likely to take the actions that lead to it. Instead of thinking about all the obstacles in your path, think about what it will feel like to achieve your goals. Picture yourself overcoming challenges, feeling the satisfaction of success, and living the life you envision. This mental exercise sharpens your focus by reminding you why you're doing what you're doing. Another powerful habit is reviewing your goals every day. Keep your goals in front of you. Don't let them fade into the background. It's easy to get distracted by the demands of the day. But when you consistently remind yourself of your goals, you sharpen your focus. This practice is a constant reminder of where you're headed and why it matters. Set aside time each day to look over your goals and evaluate your progress. Ask yourself, what steps can I take today to move closer to my vision? Keep your goals visible and make them part of your daily routine. This creates a sense of accountability and motivation that fuels your journey. One of the most powerful habits you can develop is the habit of deep work. In our distracted world, it's easy to multitask and bounce from one thing to the next. But deep work requires focused effort. Set aside specific blocks of time each day for uninterrupted work on your most important tasks. This means turning off notifications, closing unnecessary tabs, and eliminating all distractions. When you're in a state of deep work, you give your full attention to the task at hand. This habit not only boosts your productivity, but it also strengthens your focus. The more you practice deep work, the easier it becomes to get into a flow state where your mind is fully engaged and your progress accelerates. Exercise is another crucial habit that sharpens your focus and vision. Physical activity isn't just good for your body, it's good for your mind as well. When you exercise, your brain releases chemicals that improve focus, memory, and cognitive function. It also reduces stress and helps you feel more energized. Make physical activity a part of your daily routine. Whether it's a morning run, a workout, or even a walk during your lunch break, exercise sharpens your mental clarity and focus. You'll find that when you take care of your body, your mind becomes more alert, focused, and clear on your goals. Sleep is an often overlooked habit that plays a critical role in sharpening your focus. Lack of sleep makes it harder to concentrate, process information, and think clearly. If you want to stay focused and energized, you must prioritize sleep. Establish a regular sleep schedule and create a restful environment. Sleep gives your brain the time it needs to recharge, process your thoughts, and prepare for the challenges ahead. Without quality sleep, your ability to stay focused and execute your plans will be compromised. Make sleep a priority, and your focus will sharpen naturally. Time management is another key habit that will sharpen your focus and vision. Time is the most valuable resource you have, yet so many people waste it. When you manage your time effectively, you're able to focus on the things that matter most. Start by planning your day the night before. Identify your top priorities and break them down into manageable tasks. Use tools like to-do lists, calendars, or task management apps to stay organized and on track. When you manage your time well, you can dedicate your attention to the tasks that will move you closer to your goals, rather than getting caught up in trivial distractions. The habit of continuous learning is another powerful way to sharpen your focus and vision. You must constantly be growing and expanding your knowledge. Read books, listen to podcasts, attend seminars, and seek out opportunities for growth. The more you learn, the clearer your vision becomes. You gain new perspectives and strategies that help you make better decisions and stay focused on your long-term goals. Learning also keeps your mind sharp and engaged, which directly impacts your ability to stay focused. Commit to learning something new every day, whether it's related to your field or simply a topic that interests you. Equally important is the habit of reflection. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on your actions and progress. Ask yourself what went well, what you could have done better, and what you learned. This habit helps you stay grounded and aware of your progress. It also allows you to adjust your approach if necessary. Regular reflection ensures that you stay aligned with your vision and continue moving in the right direction. Surrounding yourself with the right people is another habit that can sharpen your focus and vision. The people you spend the most time with will influence your mindset and energy. If you surround yourself with people who support your goals and challenge you to be your best, you'll find it easier to stay focused and motivated. Build relationships with individuals who inspire you and share your values. These relationships will help keep you grounded and motivated, especially when you face challenges along the way. Creating daily habits that sharpen your focus and vision is not an overnight process. It takes time, discipline, and consistency. But every day you practice these habits, you build momentum that propels you toward your goals. Start small. Begin with one habit, and as you master it, add another. Over time, these habits will become second nature, and your focus and vision will become sharper than ever. The success you seek is not far off. It's within your reach, but you have to commit to the daily actions that will get you there. Your future is shaped by the habits you create today. Make them count. Number 6, set clear intentions and focus your mind with purpose. Every successful person understands the power of intention. When you have clarity about your direction, your mind can focus on the actions necessary to reach your goals. Setting intentions is more than just wishful thinking. It is about deciding with purpose and resolve where you are going and how you will get there. If you want to master your focus and your destiny, it all begins with this simple but powerful step. Setting clear intentions. The importance of clarity cannot be overstated. Without clarity, your efforts will be scattered and ineffective. You'll waste time on things that don't align with your goals, and you'll end up feeling frustrated and lost. But when you set clear intentions, your mind knows exactly what it's working toward. The more specific you are about what you want, the easier it becomes to make decisions, take action, and remain focused. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by possibilities, you have a clear path in front of you, and every step you take moves you closer to your vision. The first step in setting clear intentions is to define your goals. This process requires you to sit down and ask yourself, what do I truly want, and what am I willing to work for? You have to be honest with yourself and think beyond temporary desires. Your goals should align with your core values and long-term vision for your life. This means considering what will bring you the most fulfillment, growth, and success, not just in the short term, but in the long run. Once you've identified your goals, break them down into manageable, actionable steps. It's not enough to simply say, I want to be successful. You need to define what success looks like for you and determine the specific actions required to achieve it. This might involve setting smaller, measurable goals that serve as milestones along the way. For example, if your goal is to start a business, your intentions could include researching your market, developing a business plan, and networking with potential clients or partners. Each of these steps gives your mind something specific to focus on, making the entire process more manageable and achievable. Your mind needs direction, and that direction comes from setting clear intentions. When your intentions are well defined, your thoughts naturally follow. Your mind begins to filter out distractions and focuses on the tasks that will get you closer to your goal. Without intention, your mind is like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly. But when you set clear, purposeful goals, your mind is like a guided missile, aiming precisely at the target. It's also important to ensure your intentions are aligned with your values. If you set goals that don't resonate with what you truly believe in or care about, your motivation will quickly fade. When your intentions are connected to your deeper purpose, you'll have the drive and energy to push through challenges and stay focused, even when the going gets tough. Purpose fuels your perseverance, and perseverance fuels your success. Take the time to connect your intentions with the values that matter most to you, and you'll find that your motivation is endless. Next, write down your intentions. Putting your goals on paper is a powerful way to solidify your commitment. It's easy to think about your goals and even visualize them in your mind, but writing them down makes them tangible. It's a public declaration of your commitment to yourself. You are telling your subconscious mind that this is what you're focused on, and you're preparing yourself to take the necessary actions. When you write down your intentions, you also make them easier to track and adjust as needed. Writing them down is a way of bringing your vision into the present moment and turning your goals into a plan of action. Once your intentions are written down, revisit them every day. It's not enough to simply set your goals and forget about them. You must remind yourself of your intentions each day. This daily review keeps your focus sharp and helps you stay aligned with your purpose. It also allows you to adjust your course as necessary. Sometimes life will throw unexpected challenges your way, and your intentions may need to be tweaked. But by reviewing them daily, you stay connected to your original vision and ensure that your actions remain aligned with your goals. You must also develop a sense of urgency in your approach. Intentions without action are just dreams. It's easy to get stuck in the planning phase, thinking and rethinking your goals, but at some point, you have to act. Setting clear intentions is important, but taking decisive action is even more important. Every day, ask yourself, what is the next step I can take to move closer to my goal? Your actions must match your intentions. Without consistent action, your intentions are just words on paper. You must get into the habit of making progress every single day. As you focus your mind with purpose, be prepared for challenges. The path to success is rarely smooth, and there will always be obstacles. But when your intentions are clear and your focus is sharp, you can handle anything that comes your way. Challenges become opportunities for growth, rather than roadblocks. With clear intentions, you will know exactly what to do when adversity strikes. You'll know how to adjust your strategy, pivot when necessary, and keep moving forward with confidence. Another powerful strategy is to eliminate distractions that stand in the way of your intentions. Distractions are the enemy of focus. If you want to stay on course, you must create an environment that supports your goals. This means turning off notifications, setting boundaries with your time, and surrounding yourself with people who uplift and support your vision. Every moment you spend distracted is a moment taken away from achieving your intentions. Stay mindful of what you allow into your life, and protect your time and energy fiercely. It's also critical to track your progress and celebrate small wins. As you take action toward your intentions, keep track of what you've accomplished. This helps you stay motivated and reminds you that you are making progress. Celebrating small wins gives you the momentum to keep going, even when things get tough. It's easy to get discouraged if you only focus on the end goal, but by acknowledging and celebrating your progress along the way, you stay motivated and engaged with your journey. As you continue to focus your mind with purpose, you'll begin to see the results of your clear intentions. Your vision will become clearer, your focus sharper, and your actions more purposeful. Success will no longer feel like a distant dream, but like a reality that you are creating every single day. By setting clear intentions and focusing your mind with purpose, you are actively shaping your future. Every decision, every action, and every thought is another step toward the life you want to create. Ultimately, your intentions define your reality. What you focus on expands. If you focus on your goals and align your actions with your intentions, you will achieve them. If you allow distractions to pull you off course, you will struggle to make progress. Set clear intentions, focus your mind, and commit to taking action. When you do this, success will not be a matter of luck. It will be the result of your purposeful, focused efforts. Number 7, challenge yourself to stay focused and block out negativity. Every day you face challenges that test your ability to stay focused on what truly matters. The truth is, it's easy to get distracted, to let negativity creep into your thoughts, and to lose sight of your goals. But if you want to master your destiny, you must learn to block out negativity and keep your focus sharp. This is not just about external distractions, but the internal ones as well. You have the power to decide what you allow into your mind, and if you want to stay on the path to success, you must challenge yourself to guard that mental space fiercely. The first step in this process is recognizing negativity when it appears. Negative thoughts can be sneaky. They often start as small doubts, worries, or fears. These thoughts might tell you that you're not good enough, that your goals are too big, or that failure is inevitable. The key to dealing with these thoughts is not to ignore them, but to challenge them. Every time a negative thought enters your mind, ask yourself if it is true. Is it based on facts, or is it just a story your mind is telling you? More often than not, negative thoughts are not grounded in reality. They are just fears or insecurities that we have allowed to take root. When you challenge those thoughts, you take away their power. Another powerful technique is to reframe negative thoughts. Instead of letting negativity control your focus, turn it into an opportunity for growth. For example, if you think to yourself, "I can't do this," reframe it to, "I'm learning and growing every day, and I will improve." If you think, "This is too hard," reframe it to, "I'm capable of overcoming any challenge that comes my way." By changing the way you view difficult situations, you change the impact they have on your focus. Reframing helps you see obstacles as stepping stones, not roadblocks. One of the most important things to understand is that negativity will always be a part of your journey. It's not something that will go away completely, but rather something you must learn to manage. The more you practice staying focused and blocking out negativity, the easier it becomes. This is not a one-time fix. It is a daily challenge that requires constant attention. But every time you meet this challenge, you strengthen your ability to stay focused and maintain a positive mindset. Blocking out negativity also involves managing your environment. Negative influences are all around us, whether it's negative people, toxic media, or even the news. If you want to stay focused and positive, you must be intentional about the things you expose yourself to. Surround yourself with positive, uplifting influences. Choose to spend time with people who encourage you, inspire you, and challenge you to be your best. The people you associate with have a huge impact on your mindset. If you surround yourself with negativity, you will absorb that negativity. But if you surround yourself with positivity, you will find it easier to maintain your focus and keep your mind sharp. Another way to block out negativity is to limit your exposure to negative media. The news, social media, and other forms of entertainment can be full of fear, drama, and negativity. While it's important to stay informed, it's also important to protect your mental space. Limit the amount of time you spend consuming negative content. Instead, focus on content that empowers you, motivates you, and helps you grow. Seek out books, podcasts, and videos that inspire you and keep your mindset positive. The more you expose yourself to positive influences, the easier it will be to block out negativity when it tries to enter your mind. Self-talk plays a huge role in your ability to stay focused. The way you speak to yourself can either build you up or tear you down. Negative self-talk is one of the biggest obstacles to staying focused and maintaining a positive mindset. If you constantly tell yourself that you can't do something or that you're not good enough, you'll start to believe. On the other hand, if you speak to yourself with encouragement and belief, you'll begin to see yourself as capable of achieving your goals. Challenge yourself to replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Instead of saying, "I'll never make it," say, "I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to." Positive self-talk keeps your focus strong and your mind clear. Another effective strategy for blocking out negativity is to develop a gratitude practice. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your attention away from negative thoughts and towards the positive aspects of your life. Gratitude helps you maintain perspective and reminds you of the good things you have. It's easy to get caught up in what's not going right, but when you consciously focus on what is going well, you create a positive mental environment that supports your focus. Every day, take a moment to write down a few things you're grateful for. This practice not only blocks out negativity, but also strengthens your mindset and keeps you grounded in what truly matters. It's important to recognize that challenges and setbacks are part of the journey. You will face obstacles, and there will be times when things don't go as planned. But rather than letting those setbacks derail your focus, use them as opportunities to learn and grow. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this, and how can I move forward?" This shift in mindset helps you stay focused on your goals, even in the face of adversity. Every challenge you encounter is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and prove to yourself that you can overcome anything. Being patient with yourself is also crucial when it comes to blocking out negativity. It's easy to get frustrated when things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like, or when obstacles seem to keep appearing. But remember, success is not about perfection. It's about persistence. You are not going to be able to block out negativity every single time, and that's okay. What matters is that you don't give up. When negativity creeps in, acknowledge it, challenge it, and refocus your mind on your goals. With time and practice, it will get easier to stay focused and block out the negativity that once held you back. To stay focused, you must also develop the habit of self-care. Taking care of your body, mind, and spirit helps you stay energized and positive. Make sure to prioritize things like exercise, sleep, healthy eating, and relaxation. When you feel good physically, your mind is better equipped to stay focused and block out negativity. It's difficult to stay positive and motivated when you're run down, so taking care of yourself is a key part of staying on track. Finally, be kind to yourself. It's easy to be hard on yourself when you struggle to stay focused, but the reality is that everyone faces distractions and negativity from time to time. What matters is how you respond. Challenge yourself to stay focused, but also practice self-compassion when you slip up. Learn from the experience, refocus, and move forward. Each day is a new opportunity to grow and improve. So don't let negativity knock you off course. The more you challenge yourself to stay focused and block out negativity, the stronger your focus will become, and the closer you will get to mastering your destiny. Number 8. Cultivate discipline in your focus and watch your life transform. The greatest changes in your life won't come from random moments of inspiration. They'll come from the daily discipline you apply to your focus. We all have goals, dreams, and aspirations, but most people never reach their full potential because they lack the discipline required to stay focused on the task at hand. You see, success isn't built in a day. It's built with small, consistent actions, each one fueled by discipline. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades. It's the muscle that helps you push through the days when it feels hard or when distractions try to pull you away. If you want to transform your life, you need to understand that discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Discipline is more than just a habit. It's a mindset, a commitment to stay focused no matter what life throws your way. Think about this. If you consistently put in the work, even when you don't feel like it, your results will speak for themselves. The difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't often comes down to their ability to remain disciplined in the pursuit of their focus. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Discipline allows you to make progress even when things are tough, even when the road ahead seems unclear, and even when the obstacles seem insurmountable. The first step in cultivating discipline is making a decision. You must decide, right now, that your goals are non-negotiable. This decision has to come from a deep place within you. You must recognize that success isn't just a matter of desire, it's a matter of commitment. Are you willing to show up, day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it? Discipline requires a level of commitment that goes beyond excitement or enthusiasm. It's about making a promise to yourself that no matter what, you will continue to pursue your dreams with unwavering determination. That promise is where your discipline begins. Once you've made the decision, the next step is to create a plan. Discipline thrives on structure. Without a plan, it's easy to get distracted or lose focus. The more detailed your plan is, the easier it will be to stay disciplined. Break your goals down into smaller, manageable tasks and create a timeline for each one. When you have a clear path laid out in front of you, there's less room for doubt or confusion. Your focus sharpens, and your actions become more deliberate. You don't waste time wondering what to do next, because you already know what's required of you. Having a plan makes discipline easier, because it gives your efforts direction. Discipline also involves creating routines that reinforce your focus. The more you make certain actions a regular part of your day, the less effort it takes to stay disciplined. Successful people understand the importance of routines. They know that the more you do something, the more it becomes ingrained in your daily life. Your routine becomes the foundation on which you build your success. Whether it's a morning routine that sets the tone for the day, or a specific set of tasks you complete each evening, routines are essential for maintaining focus and discipline. Make your routines non-negotiable. Whether you feel like it or not, you commit to following them, because consistency is what transforms results. One of the biggest challenges to cultivating discipline is the ability to say no to distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. There are always things that will try to pull your attention away from what really matters. The key is learning how to block out those distractions and keep your mind on the task at hand. This means saying no to things that aren't aligned with your goals and making sure you protect your time. Time is your most valuable resource, and once it's gone, you can never get it back. When you say no to distractions, you are saying yes to your dreams. Every time you resist the urge to procrastinate or get sidetracked, you are reinforcing your discipline and moving closer to your goal. Another critical part of cultivating discipline is learning to embrace discomfort. Discipline isn't always easy. In fact, it's often uncomfortable. But the discomfort you feel when you push yourself is a sign of growth. You must be willing to step out of your comfort zone if you want to achieve anything extraordinary. If you constantly choose comfort, you will never experience transformation. The best results come from the moments when you choose discipline over immediate gratification. Whether it's pushing yourself to work on a tough project when you'd rather rest, or resisting the urge to indulge in something that doesn't align with your goals, these are the moments that define your future success. Discipline also requires persistence. There will be times when it feels like your efforts aren't yielding immediate results. You may question whether it's worth it, but discipline teaches you that progress isn't always visible in the moment. It's like planting seeds. You don't see the growth immediately, but you trust the process. Over time, your consistent efforts will compound, and the results will become undeniable. The key is to stay persistent. Keep showing up, keep working, and trust that your discipline will pay off. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated consistently over time. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Equally important is the need to hold yourself accountable. Discipline without accountability is like a car without a driver. It may go somewhere, but it's not likely to get you where you want to be. Hold yourself responsible for the actions you take, or fail to take, every single day. Accountability ensures that you follow through on your commitments and stay focused on your goals. It's easy to let things slide when you don't have anyone holding you accountable. But when you hold yourself to a high standard, you push yourself to show up, even when it's difficult. As you cultivate discipline in your focus, it's crucial to celebrate your progress. Discipline is hard work, and it's important to acknowledge and appreciate the small wins along the way. These moments of recognition keep you motivated and remind you that the effort is worth it. Reward yourself for staying disciplined, but don't let those rewards distract you from your bigger vision. Use them as fuel to keep going, not as an excuse to rest on your laurels. Success is a journey, not a destination, and each step you take in the right direction is worth celebrating. Over time, as you continue to apply discipline to your focus, you'll begin to see the transformation. Your life will change in ways you never imagined. The results won't be instant, but they will be real. The things that once seemed impossible will become achievable. Your discipline will give you the strength to overcome challenges, the clarity to stay focused, and the perseverance to keep going when things get tough. When you commit to cultivating discipline, you commit to a life of growth, achievement, and success. Your focus becomes your greatest asset, and with discipline, nothing will be able to stop you from achieving your goals. Number 9. Align your focus with your actions and shape your destiny. Your actions are the physical expression of your focus. Your focus directs where your energy goes, and your actions determine the results you get. Every choice you make, every move you take, is an opportunity to either get closer to your dreams or move farther away from them. It's all about aligning your focus with the actions you take every single day. If your actions are inconsistent with your focus, then you are creating a disconnect between where you are and where you want to be. If you want to transform your life and shape your destiny, you must ensure that your actions reflect your intentions and that your focus stays sharp and clear. Too many people go through life with a vague sense of what they want, but fail to take consistent action that aligns with their focus. They say they want success, but their actions tell a different story. They talk about their dreams, but spend their days distracted, procrastinating, or drifting without a clear sense of direction. The truth is, you cannot afford to let your actions and focus be misaligned. Every time you delay, doubt yourself, or make excuses, you are sending a message to your mind that your goals aren't truly important. But when you align your focus with deliberate, purposeful actions, your momentum builds. Your actions become the stepping stones to your success, and your focus guides every step you take. The first step in aligning your focus with your actions is being clear about what you want. If you're unclear about your goals, your focus will be scattered. You cannot move forward if you don't know where you are going. You need to have a crystal clear vision of what you want to achieve. And once you have that, you can then direct your focus toward it with unwavering commitment. Write your goals down and make them specific. Vague desires lead to vague results. If you want to lose weight, don't just say, "I want to get in shape." Say, "I will lose 10 pounds in the next 2 months by exercising 4 times a week and eating clean." This level of specificity ensures that your focus stays sharp and your actions are deliberate. Once your goals are clear, you need to break them down into actionable steps. Big goals can seem overwhelming if you look at them all at once. But when you break them down into smaller, manageable tasks, you make them achievable. This is where your focus really begins to shape your destiny. By focusing on the next small step, you ensure that your actions are aligned with your ultimate goal. Every time you take action, no matter how small, you move closer to your desired outcome. Whether it's dedicating a few minutes every day to a new habit or taking time to plan your week, those small actions accumulate over time, and eventually, they lead to massive results. Your actions must reflect your commitment to your focus. It's easy to get distracted by the noise of everyday life. There will always be competing priorities, but your ability to filter out the irrelevant and stay focused on your main objectives is what sets successful people apart. The key is to make choices that reflect your commitment to your goals. This might mean saying no to things that don't align with your vision, even if they seem appealing in the moment. It might mean setting aside time each day to work on your most important tasks, even when you're tired or don't feel like it. But by doing so, you make a clear statement to yourself and the universe that your goals are non-negotiable. The more your actions reflect your focus, the more your destiny will unfold before you. Accountability is another important factor in aligning your focus with your actions. It's easy to let yourself off the hook when you're working alone, but when you have someone to hold you accountable, whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a coach, you increase your chances of success exponentially. Accountability helps you stay on track when distractions arise and provides a source of motivation when your enthusiasm wanes. Having someone to report to also ensures that you take consistent action, day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it. Knowing that someone else is watching can be the push you need to stay aligned with your goals. It's also crucial to recognize the power of consistency. It's easy to get excited about a goal and take a burst of action, but without consistency, the momentum dies out. Aligning your focus with your actions requires you to show up every single day. Even if you can only give a small amount of time to your goal each day, that consistency adds up over time. The key is to make sure that each action you take is in service of your goal. Whether it's making one phone call, reading a chapter of a book, or taking a small step toward your fitness goal, every action counts. Consistency breeds results, and results breed confidence. However, even with consistency, there will be moments of doubt and frustration. The path to success is rarely linear. There will be setbacks, failures, and challenges along the way. But these are not signs that you should quit. They are part of the process. When things don't go as planned, you must remind yourself that your focus is still intact. Your actions, even if they don't always lead to immediate results, are pushing you forward. Every failure is an opportunity to learn and adjust your approach. Failure is not permanent unless you allow it to be. Stay committed to your focus, adjust your actions if necessary, and keep moving forward. Every step you take, even if it's a step back, is still progress. One of the most powerful ways to align your focus with your actions is by cultivating a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe that they can develop their abilities and improve over time. They view challenges as opportunities to learn and believe that effort leads to mastery. When you have a growth mindset, you stop seeing failures as personal shortcomings and start seeing them as stepping stones toward your success. This mindset helps you stay focused on the process rather than the outcome. Instead of feeling discouraged by temporary setbacks, you are encouraged by the progress you're making, even if it's not immediately visible. With this mindset, your actions become intentional and driven by a desire for improvement, not perfection. As you align your focus with your actions, it's important to track your progress. Keeping track of your actions allows you to see how far you've come and where you still need to improve. Tracking progress also provides motivation, especially when you feel like you're not making as much headway as you'd like. Celebrate the small wins along the way. Acknowledging the progress you've made fuels your momentum and reminds you that your efforts are not in vain. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory that brings you closer to shaping your destiny. Lastly, remember that your actions are the direct reflection of your focus. If you want to change your life, change your actions. Align your daily efforts with the focus you have for your future, and you will inevitably shape your destiny. Your life is shaped by the choices you make, and those choices are driven by your focus. When you focus on what matters most and take deliberate, consistent action, you will see the transformation. This is the key to unlocking your true potential. Shape your future with your focus, and your actions will create the life you desire. Number 10. Prioritize your time and energy to control your focus. To control your focus, you must first learn how to prioritize your time and energy. Focus isn't something that just happens by chance. It's the result of conscious choices about where you direct your attention. The distractions around you are endless. Social media, news, people, and countless tasks all demand your attention. If you don't make intentional decisions about where to place your energy, you'll find your focus slipping away and your goals slipping out of reach. The first step in prioritizing your time is understanding the value of it. Time is one of the most precious resources you have, and once it's gone, you can never get it back. This is why prioritizing becomes critical. It's not about doing everything that comes your way. It's about doing the things that matter most. Think about the goals you've set for yourself. Do you know the key actions that will bring those goals to life? Your time should be spent on those actions. Everything else is secondary. Now let's talk about energy. Time is only half of the equation. Energy is the other half. Even though you may have the time, if you don't have the energy, you won't be able to focus. You need to make sure you're taking care of your physical and mental energy so that you can give your full attention to what truly matters. Get enough sleep, eat nutritious food, exercise regularly, and take breaks to recharge. These are the foundational practices that will ensure you have the energy to focus on the things that align with your purpose. When you prioritize your time and energy, you create the space needed for true focus. The next step is to identify your highest priorities. It's easy to get overwhelmed by all the tasks on your to-do list, but you need to determine what's essential and what isn't. Ask yourself, what will have the greatest impact on my life if I focus on it? Those are the activities that deserve your time and energy. They will move you toward your goals and closer to mastering your focus. This doesn't mean that everything else is bad or unimportant, but when you prioritize your focus, you begin to see that certain things just don't warrant your attention. The little distractions that used to take up so much of your day, scrolling through your phone, checking email constantly, or getting caught up in things that don't move you forward, begin to fade into the background. Your life becomes simpler. You're no longer trying to do everything. Instead, you're doing the things that matter the most. One powerful tool for prioritizing your time and energy is creating a daily schedule or action plan. Each day, identify the top 3 things you must do to move toward your goals. These are your non-negotiables. Everything else can be dealt with if you have time, but these 3 things should be your main focus. Not only does this keep you on track, but it also helps you avoid the feeling of being overwhelmed. When you have a clear roadmap, you know exactly where to focus your time and energy. Equally important is learning to say no. It's not always easy, but it's necessary. If something doesn't align with your priorities, say no. People often say yes to things out of obligation or fear of disappointing others. But when you say yes to things that aren't helping you reach your goals, you're saying no to your future success. Setting boundaries is essential to keeping your focus sharp. When you respect your time and energy, others will learn to respect it as well. There will also be moments when your focus is challenged, when distractions pop up, when life throws unexpected challenges your way, or when you simply feel tired and unmotivated. This is where your commitment to prioritizing time and energy pays off. When you have a clear understanding of your priorities, it becomes easier to push through those moments. Instead of giving in to distractions, you can remind yourself of the bigger picture. You can ask, what do I need to do now to make sure I'm staying on track? Even when the going gets tough, your commitment to your goals will keep your focus strong. Another key aspect of prioritizing your focus is to practice the art of deep work. Deep work is the ability to concentrate without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. When you're fully immersed in a task, without interruptions or multitasking, your productivity and effectiveness skyrocket. To prioritize your time and energy, set aside periods of deep work. During this time, eliminate all distractions, turn off your phone, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and let others know you're unavailable. When you give yourself undistracted time to focus on important work, you'll see how quickly you can move forward. You also need to create an environment that supports focus. Your physical and mental environments influence how well you can prioritize your time and energy. If your workspace is cluttered, noisy, or filled with distractions, it's going to be hard to stay focused. Set up your environment in a way that encourages productivity. A clean, organized workspace, along with clear goals, helps reinforce your commitment to focusing on what matters most. This also includes managing your mental environment. Fill your mind with positivity, motivation, and inspiration. Surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you. The right environment creates the mental and emotional space you need to prioritize your time and energy. Over time, as you become more intentional about where you place your focus, you'll start to see the results. Your ability to concentrate will improve, your productivity will increase, and most importantly, you'll begin to make progress toward your goals. Prioritizing your time and energy is not a one-time effort, it's an ongoing practice. Every day you have the opportunity to align your actions with your priorities. By consistently doing so, you train your mind and body to work with purpose, not against it. But remember, it's important to check in with yourself regularly. Are you still prioritizing what matters? Are your actions still aligned with your focus? Life changes, circumstances shift, and your priorities may evolve. Periodically reassess what's most important and adjust your schedule and actions accordingly. This ensures that your time and energy are always directed toward the things that will help you grow and succeed. Mastering your focus begins with prioritizing your time and energy. When you take control of how you spend both, you create the foundation for lasting success. It's about understanding that your time is limited and precious. Every moment you spend on distractions is a moment lost from working toward your dreams. Prioritizing gives you the clarity and the discipline to focus on what matters most, and to consistently take action toward your goals. If you want to master your destiny, this is the first step. Prioritize your focus, and you will find that everything else falls into place.